Hello, my name is Lookman. You're welcome to this channel. I'm going to talk you through I'm just going to give you an idea of how I prioritize my activities for the day. Now, I've used a dummy spreadsheet. I'm going to be using numbers, which I actually use on my tablet. Of course, the tablet is an iPad. But I'm actually doing this on my laptop, which is an Acer. I've accessed it through iCloud just for the purposes of demonstration. Now I've got 4 columns. There's the status, there's task, there's comment, and there's priority. Now, for the purpose of this illustration, these are not real data. This is just random data, and then it's just for illustration purposes. Now, I'll suggest when you're doing your prioritization, you must have four priorities, either important and urgent, or maybe important and not urgent, or urgent and not important, and then not important and not urgent. So you have priorities 1 to 4. Now these figures are just for illustration. They're not in any particular order. So for example, for the bathing, I've put it as a priority 1. For brushing, I've put in 1. Cooking, priority 3. Eating, priority 1. Facebook, priority 2, etc. Now what I'm going to do, when you have your tasks for the day, your aim should be to at least accomplish 3 or 4 major tasks. And out of the 3 or 4 major tasks, some of them might be quick wins. For example, there might be an activity which you can just do within maybe 20-30 minutes or less, and you don't want to keep deferring that, you just do it quickly. So that might be a priority 1. So like I've said, the top priority is the 1, and then the other priorities are 2, 3, and 4. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to see how many ones I've got here. So I'm going to go to the column. I'm going to right click and sort in ascending order. So that's going to take some time to register. Come on. Okay, it's registered. Now it's coming up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 priority 1s. Obviously, when you have about 14 tasks to do in a day, it's not very practical to accomplish 14 tasks. So our main aim is to try and bring this down to about 3 or 4 major tasks, and then try and work on those major tasks. Or like I've said, if there are some quick wins, you can do this as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to now prioritize all the priority 1s. I'm going to prioritize. I'm going to do them to 2 decimal places, either 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. 1.1 is going to be of higher priority than 1.2, and 1.2 is going to be of higher priority than 1.3. So now, assuming bathing, I make it 1.2 just for argument's sake. Brushing 1.1. What else? Eating, let's say that's 1.1. Emails, let's say 1.2. Family, let's say 1.1. House tidy, let's say that's 1.3, just for argument's sake. Phone calls, let's say 1.2. Playing, let's say 1.3. To pray, 1.1. To print, assuming the documents have to print, let's say 1.2, just for argument's sake. To relax, let's say 1.3. To study, let's say 1.1. Work, let's say 1.1. And finally, YouTube, let me put that as 1. Well, I'm going to be doing this on YouTube or social media. Let me just give them 1.1 just for. So now I've prioritized them from 1.1 to 1.3. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that column again. I'm going to sort it, right click and sort in ascending order. That's going to take some time to load. Now it's loaded. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've reduced it from the I think there were about 12 before or 14 before. I've reduced it to 7. Now I still want to reduce it further. So going by this 7, I'm going to prioritize brushing, eating, family, praying, study, work, up till YouTube. Those are the top priorities. Those are the top 7 priorities. Now I'm going to try and narrow this down further to 3 or 4. So what I'm going to do, where we have 1.1, now I'm going to deal only with the 1.1s. Now I'm going to do 1.11, 1.12 or 1.13. Now 1.11 is going to be of the highest priority, 1.12 will be the next priority, and 1.13 will be the next priority. So now let's prioritize for them. Brushing, let me leave it as 1.11. Eating, 1.11. Family, I see my family every day, so maybe let me just, for the purpose of illustration, let's make it 1.12. Praying, 1.11. Study, let's say 1.12 for argument's sake. Work, 1.11. YouTube, let's say 1.12. Sorry, YouTube, don't be upset. Okay, now I've oh sorry, this is supposed to be 1.11. So now I'm going to sort again, sort in ascending order. I hope I highlighted that. I don't think I highlighted it. Let me try again. Oh, it looks like it's highlighted, yeah. So now it's prioritized it for me. Now for the 1.11s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've reduced it from the initial 14 to 4. So at the end of the day, I might decide to do just these 4 activities, and then if there's time or space, I can go down to the 1.12, 1.13, 1.2, and so on. So what I've done through this process, I've done it for about 14 different activities. I've narrowed it down to the most important 4 activities. You can continue the process further if you wish to. Maybe you want to reduce it to two tasks, or maybe 1 task. All you have to do is, where it says 1.11, you do it, you repeat that iteration again. You do 1.111, 1.112, 1.113, 1.114, and then you just continue that process. So sometimes you might have loads of activities which you think you're going to accomplish. I want to narrow it down to maybe 3 or 4. You can do it this way. Basically, you change the priorities and then do the iteration of from 1, maybe from priority 1 to priority 1.1 to priority 1.11, and so on. And that way, we've actually narrowed it down to about 3 or 4 activities. Now, if you notice, there's a column here which says status. Now, for example, you can decide on what you want to start with. Let's just go further, and you can choose whichever of these activities you want to start with. For example, assuming I want to start with praying. Praying doesn't take too much time, it's a quick win. So assuming I've done that, once I've done that, I can mark it as complete. Assuming I use C, or I use a tick box. Eating, of course, if I don't eat, I won't survive. So within a few minutes, I've done my eating, assuming I completed for the day. Now, this status is going to be completed at the end of your working day or at the end of your session. Brushing, of course, I need to brush before I eat. So I can easily, once I complete that, that's completed. Now, the major other task is working. Assuming I finish work, maybe I give myself a work task, and assuming I finished it, it will be complete as well. Assuming I didn't finish it, I'll probably write in pending. And then assuming there was time for other activities, maybe I wanted to do one or two more, maybe I can even dig a bit deeper into this. Family, maybe spending time with them, 30 minutes, 1 hour, etc. I can easily accomplish that. I can do that. So this way, I've actually completed quite a number of tasks. The only one that was pending was the work. Yes, I probably started it but didn't complete it. But by the next day, I'll do the same process. And assuming the work, maybe it was a particular activity, for example, maybe what type of tasks do I do? Maybe telephone calls, for example, telephone calls. Maybe that was the task I didn't complete. So maybe the next day, I'll go back to my spreadsheet, highlight all the list of activities for the day, and follow the same process. In some cases, there might be some tasks you've actually accomplished for the day. You don't need to go back to them on a continuous basis. So you just delete them. For example, assuming there was an activity, not necessarily eating, but assuming it was an activity which I just needed to do for the day, just a one-off. So as I've completed it, for the next day, I might actually delete that row and then just repeat this cycle of processes on a daily basis, or if you like, on a weekly basis. And then, as you accomplish your tasks, you feel very well accomplished. So that's my little take on how I get myself organized. Yes, I started with 14 different activities and I've narrowed it down to about 4 or 3. And then I've actually walked through them throughout my working day. And as I've accomplished them, I've put in the status there as completed or pending, or maybe sometimes not done. So, and then I continue the process on the following day. I hope this has been helpful. It was a bit of a long chat. Thank you very much for watching this channel. My name is Lookman. If you find it beneficial, please share with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel, and enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.